Okay. Hello, my dear students and learners. How are you? I'm fine. Actually, I'm fine. A little bit of sick today, but today I will discuss about digestive system and digestive juice and digestive glands. It will be very interesting because some newly very interesting topic has been added here. Very new and fresh. So stay tuned and learn digestive systems with us. So at first, we will going to um, share the screen for you so that you can enjoy the new image we have got from the internet. Excuse me for my sick health. Okay, now we're going to start the digestive system today. So, there has been a I hope you will see now. Yeah. So this is digestive juice. Now, very interestingly, we can say that what is the importance of learning of this thing? What the objectives are? Objective is if you want to know any system, you need to know the units of that system. You need to know other what are the component of the system. That's why you need to know actually the digestive elements in the tract. So what is digestion? It's another issue. Digestion is a complex process by which you can break down the large food particle for better absorption. For that better absorption, for that breakdown, you need some juices, and that is the digestive juice. The digestive juice consists of saliva, gastric juice, pancreatic juice, and bile. It is very important for you MBBS students to know what are the daily secretion amount, what the pH, what the importance of it. So you need to memorize, you need to know very precisely the amount, the pH, and the other components and functions of these juices. As you can see, saliva is there, it's available in our oral cavity, in our mouth, and this is secreted by salivary glands, and daily secretion is about 1.5 liter. It is almost neutral, slightly, very slightly acidic due to less than starting from 6.8 to 7. Gastric juice is secreted from a lot of gastric glands are there. We will discuss this later. And the daily secretion is more than saliva. It's 2 to 2.5 liter per day. And look at this. This is very important. This is strongly acidic. And now the number 3 is the pancreas. It is around 1.5 or 1.2 liter, from zero point 0.8 liter to 1.2 or 1.5. Some authors say that. And look at that. This is very, that was acidic, and this is basic. So very interesting. One side is very acidic and one side is very basic. Uh, you know very well, acidic means low pH and basic means high pH. Then another thing is bile. Bile secretion is around 1 liter, and yes, you can see it's a LB, that means the liver bile is also very basic, 7.8 to 8.6, and gallbladder bile is around, yes, it's also basic but not like as liver bile. Another juice secretions from the gastric glands is succus entericus, that is the secretion from the intestinal glands. That's classified into two types. One is Brunner's gland and one is crypts of liver cone. It's cumulatively its secretion was 2 liter, in which 200 from the Brunner's gland, and crypts you will get 1.8 liter per day. And these are also very basic as others like pancreatic juice or others. Now we have jumped to saliva. So what is saliva? This is found very naturally. You can understand it's found in our oral cavity. This is viscous colorless fluid which is found in the oral cavity, which makes our oral cavity moist and wet. So saliva is secreted by 3 glands. These are the salivary glands. You can see the larger one is the parotid gland, is just approximate with the external air, beneath the external air, and it is called the mandible. We'll get this very nicely when you will go to head neck card in anatomy. They will provide the adequate knowledge about these glands. But for us, it's just take a look at and just a glimpse. Submandibular. If this is the mandible, our jaw, just beneath it, you will get the submandibular gland, and another one is, you can see, sublingual gland. That is lingual. Sub means the under it. So under the tongue, lingual means the tongue. You will get the gland, and that is called sublingual gland. So these all three are salivary glands, and some little things is there. The parotid gland is known as the fully serous gland. Serous means, if you want to understand it very easily, it's very watery gland. Yeah, fully serous gland. Now these two are submandibular and sublingual are mixed gland. Mixed gland. But yes, they are the percentage. Mixed means one part is serous and one part is mucoid, but there could be a dominating side for both the glands. Suppose submandibular gland is serous dominated, right? It's mandibular but not mucoid dominated. It is serous dominated, and sorry. And sublingual gland is mucoid dominated. So they are both watery and mucoid, or serous or mucoid, but according to their function, they are dominating. Yeah? We will get some better view, better image. This is another image. You can see where there is a located, where there's the duct. Look at this. This is the duct of, this is the parotid gland. This is the duct. By this duct, this is opening the mouth. This is the mandible gland, and this is the duct, submandibular duct, and opening into the oral cavity. And this is the sublingual gland just beneath the tongue, and it's draining into the oral cavity. So far so good. We knew these three glands for years after years, but recently, very recently, we have found, the doctor and scientists have found some new salivary glands. And these are the images we have got from the internet and the research work. You can see it's near about the posterior nasopharynx and just beneath the posterior wall, the nose. You'll get some better image here. Look at this. This is one of the best and better image you can get. These teeny two structures are called tuberous gland. These are used to know the very recently discovered salivary glands. So for you students, maybe you can face some interesting question in your Viva board for the professional examinee, that if you say that yes, there are three salivary glands, the examiner may ask you, is there only three? Is there any other? You can say yes, sir. There is newly found salivary gland. It's called tuberous gland, which has been newly found, and the functions of these glands still unknown. These are all just almost invented. We don't know much details about it, but yes, these are the newly found salivary glands. Just check these images, the locations, and just anterior to the posterior wall, just posterior to the nasopharynx or the near nasopharynx. These are the areas. So yes, this is salivary glands. This is all about salivary glands. Now, what is the composition of salivary glands? What is water? What is solid? And in case of solid, we will get organic and inorganic. So organic, inorganic means all those cation and anions, and organic you will get some enzymes. It's very important. You will get amylolytic enzyme, that is salivary alpha amylase, and that's only act on the ball starch. Only act on the ball starch. It will break down the ball starch. We'll go to the functions later. And you have got also the lipolytic or lipolytic agents or lingual lipids will get mucus and cells, that is yeast, bacteria, protozoa, gases, and the gases in this oxygen, carbon dioxide, and all those things. Now come to the functions of the saliva. At first in the lecture, I've said that it has some mechanical function. It makes our oral cavity moist and wet. And that is actually the first function of the mechanical. Because you see, I've drank some water because when we talk, when we speak, our oral cavity become dry, and this saliva helps to moist, to helps in the speech. It's also facilitated swallowing of the food stuff, because if it just imagine you take food and there is no saliva in your mouth, it will be very hard to deglutitate. Okay, so it's also facilitate to swallow the food stuff. Not only that, sometimes you take some hot foods and Indian foods. Just think, it also prevent to cool it down, right? And it keeps our tooth and mouth or oral cavity clean and hygienic. So these are some medical functions, and it has got some also digestive functions. That is the tiling. It helps in digestion of the ball starch, and very little amount of lipid, very little, almost nil. And it also has some antiseptic functions. That is, saliva is several. It has got some several factors and enzymes that kill the destroy and bacteria, and it has some factors like IgA, secretory immunoglobulin, lysozymes, lactoferrin, and the potassium thiazides. Uh, Saliva has a distinct function on excretion of heavy metals like mercury and drugs, and also helps in buffer some substance like bicarbonate phosphate, and also it helps in water balance. How? In thirst mechanism, we feel thirst when we are thirsty, and that's how saliva comes out, makes some water balance, and keeps us fit. So I think for today, this is the introduction. The next class we will discuss about the gastric juice. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment box. Yes, I have seen a lot of people are here. If you have any questions about the salivary glands, because you should have some questions about salivary glands, because this is very new. It's very new, and you may have some interest about it. Okay. I'm watching that you don't have any enough questions. So okay. So if you don't have any questions, I'm signing off today. Take care and stay tuned for the next class. Thank you.